Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. The reason you see me.
For Sean Kingston, getting sentenced to 3.5 years in federal prison today for wire fraud. His lawyers saying this case was about more than just theft.
It was about the fact that he was a 16-year-old who rose to fame overnight and never had any guidance on finances, never knew how much money was in his bank account. Business managers handle that, and some of them didn't handle it properly. So we're here today because Sean still to this day doesn't know how much money is in his bank account and does like to buy nice stuff.
Remember, his mother was found guilty of fraud and grand theft as well. She got sentenced to 5 years in federal prison last month. Prosecutors said Kingston and his mother used his celebrity name to trick luxury businesses into delivering things to them before getting payment. The payments were then made using fraudulent or worthless wire transfers. Kingston and his mom ended up stealing more than $1 million worth of stuff. According to arrest warrants, the pair defrauded a jewelry business, a luxury bed company, car dealerships, and a TV company.
Wow, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, guys. Man, hit that notification bell. You gotta hit the notification bell and also download the app. But let's talk about Sean Kingston, man. I really wanted to deep dive into this. This happened about a week or so ago. Well, about 2-3 days ago. And I want to get into it with OG Pyru. OG, you there?
Man, right here, man. I heard the sentence a couple of days ago. And I think it was harsh and outrageous.
Well, first of all, OG, there's a lot we're going to have. Me and you're not going to agree on this, and I'm going to tell you why. Because 16 to now, and he don't know what's in his bank account right now and all that is not no excuse. Ignorance is not an excuse. He should have been able to dissect at this point how much he got in his account. He's not illiterate. He was a businessman, and we seen him. I met him. And I know he wasn't. He had sense.
You don't know nothing. You're assuming he had sense. You assume Ja Rule had sense when they sent him to the federal penitentiary. You assume Diddy was getting out, and he ain't getting out. So how do you make these assumptions on a black child that is in the? You've seen so many, even with the athletes, bro. You got some athletes that's getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars and don't know what their bank account status really is. They leave it to financiers. You probably don't even know actually how much you're a dope dealer. So yeah.
I'm not no dope dealer, so you can refrain from using that. I'm a saved man of God. It's not all that mess that you talking. All thing I'm gonna tell you right now is, and I'm gonna get right down in your Kool-Aid with the right flavor. I'm gonna be real and upfront with you, man. Ignorance is not the excuse. This man is not 16 anymore. His mother really was pretty much, I don't think she should have got the time she got because she ain't made that boy do nothing. That boy was making moves. I seen that boy fighting at the Mandalay Bay. He supposed got into it with the Migos and all kind of stuff. This boy ain't no.
You answered your own question. If he's illiterate enough in a position he is as a rapper, a mature young man to get into a fight with amigos, that means he still have a primo intelligence. He's not working with that much. First of all, on his crime, on federal fraud, it never says that he personally, through his agencies and through his fraud business dealers, that his mother incorporated as his manager, that they did some things. Now, if that had been like you don't like to make life black or white, but if that had been a clear little boy, a youngster been doing this since he was 16, he would have got a diversion and house arrest. But just with 3 years is not bad for. But the top sentence for mail fraud or computer fraud is 48 months. He's a first termer. He doesn't have any priors. He doesn't have any violent offenses. Yeah, it's the things that he's done to incarcerate him immediately, time sentencing. Most of the times on a nonviolent crime, nothing that's done. Usually, if you get sentenced, I haven't seen so many white Americans in the feds that get 3-4 years, and they're allowed to turn.
Why do you have to make everything a white and black thing? The man
Well,
did
there's the
fraud, bruh. If you do fraud, white or black, it's been whites locked up for fraud. It's been blacks locked up for fraud. He basically messed up at 16. Now you older and you ain't counting your own damn money. I'm not gonna sit here and ride with that. Look it up.
There's so many artists in the rap game that don't know what their money is, and when this recoup, they go broke. Look at what's Waterfalls. What's the girl? TLC.
Sean Kingston, I just looked it up. This dude is 35 years old, man.
Now, but this happened 7 years ago.
It don't matter if it happened 10 years ago. You knew you run into success. You hanging out with all these people. You and Chris Brown. You and all these different guys. You and all these rappers. All y'all. You're way too beautiful, girl. That's why it'll never work. He was everywhere singing these songs and having a great life and flying in and jumping in different cars and frauding at the same time, OG. And that ain't the way this go. His mama was doing it. He was doing it. And now you jump on here and try to make it a black and white thing. And I like Sean Kingston, but I'm not gonna sit here. No, I like Sean Kingston. I like Sean Kingston, but I'm not gonna excuse Sean Kingston.
Why not?
Cause there's no excuse. You knew that you was dealing with finances. You knew that you could go hire these managers acting funny with people that probably try to holler at you on the street. You big time in it. No, get your business straight, man.
How old were you when you were?
This ain't about me, OG.
It's about you, because they say money and fools soon part. So you didn't leave anything in an investment for when you.
No, I didn't. I was young and ignorant, but that ain't no excuse.
So it ain't an excuse. You make an excuse all the time.
Ain't no excuse for being young and ignorant. You just got to deal with the fruits that you bear. You did that yourself. So I'm not gonna sit here and act as if Sean Kingston need to be pretty much sharper when he come out of there. There's no excuse for what he done. They're not gonna let him be on no house arrest. That's not happening. You're going to prison, and that's just all it is to it.
So what are we talking about?
Well, let's listen to this, because they doubled down. Hold on.
Jesse Kurse is joining us now with more on this outside the courthouse. Jesse, the sentence, it could have been worse, right? The government had asked for more time. What happened in court, and what's coming next?
Yeah, so prosecutors, Yasmin, had asked for 60 months behind bars. He wound up getting sentenced to 42 months, as well as 3 years of supervised release. His attorneys have been pushing for him to spend no time behind bars. His legal team arguing that Sean Kingston should have just served time under house arrest, which he had been doing leading up to his sentencing. His attorneys had pointed to several things, including the fact that they say that he had repaid much of what was owed. They pointed to what they say were good works he'd done in the past, including serving meals around Thanksgiving to those in need. But the judge clearly determined that Kingston needed to spend at least some time behind bars. We did hear from Kingston's legal team afterward. We did not hear from Kingston himself because he was immediately taken into custody. Here's part of what we heard from Kingston's legal team.
I think that anybody who buys diamond jewelry, and you all know from social media, I would call it an addiction. Just like people who have an addiction to gambling get a lower sentence, I would say that this was an addiction to nice stuff.
Now, he had an addiction to nice stuff. Don't we all? Don't we all? Look, you go up here, you do what you do. You're not going to be able to do what everybody else is doing around you, no matter what color they is. You're going to have to watch your business, OG, and that go for anybody that's out here. You millions of dollars of fraud, OG.
1,500,000, not no millions.
Millions of dollars. That's just what they counted. That's what they was able to count.
How you know that when you start working for the prosecution? How you know?
I'm not working for nobody, but I'm knowing that he only got caught. They was able to catch this much. They didn't catch it all.
I got to kind of check. You got to check. You been talking to Rat 100?
No, not at all. I didn't get the call. No, I didn't get the call, sir.
That's what you acting like it.
All I'm saying is, OG, and that's very disrespectful to call me that. But at any rate,
I didn't know. I just asked you. I asked a
no.
question.
At any rate, OG, no.
Ask and answer.
I said no. But here's the deal. I am a big
What did
Sean
you do?
Kingston fan, but I would not excuse the fact that he was 16 till he turned 30, running around here acting as if he didn't have to go by the rules of everybody else. You gotta take care of your business, man. It happened. The same thing happened to Ruben Studdard, except his manager took his money. When you're not taking care of business, when you get into this success thing and people are watching and looking at you, and you steadily partying and acting like you ain't got no bit of sense.
Let's stop. You stop right there. Ruben Studdard, his manager beat him, a white man. He didn't go to jail and do a day.
He didn't pursue it.
Well, why didn't the state take it up? A black man got defrauded by a white manager and took all his money in the frame of intent. And that's what the law is about, intent. If your intent was to defraud, that's a felony. But clear people get another option. It's a bad business deal. So how come Sean Kingston and his mother just didn't make bad?
I'll tell you why. They stole more than $1 million in items from jewelry businesses, luxury bed companies, car dealerships, TV companies. That's what the word. That's what it say. It says they stole more than $1 million in items for jewelry businesses, luxury bed companies, car dealerships, TV companies. Sean Kingston and his mother was convicted for that. So what do you want me to do? I can't give him no excuses. He got caught. He got caught with his hand in the cookie jar.
Oh my goodness! You're such a good jury member.
Not a jury member, just trying to be real with you about what's going on with this case.
Okay.
And I ain't gonna lie to you. I never would have thought, and to be real, I never would have thought that his mama would have got caught up in this with him. They got to see.
His mama is the one that influenced it. That wasn't him.
They both did it together.
He didn't both do it together.
Your mama can influence you. You can do what you want to do.
Just like a good son, he followed his mother's lead.
Okay, OG, did your mama influence you to do what you did?
My mama didn't know nothing about it.
Okay, so then don't give me that. Don't give me that.
My mother didn't know nothing about the street. She came from Mississippi. The first time my mother saw weed, she thought I had cut it off the grass and threw a whole 3 pounds of weed in the garbage can.
Well, that's the same thing with his mother. His mother didn't know nothing about nothing until he introduced her to it.
She had him in 15 in the street. She been a rat ever since she grew up. And her son just came into money and she did what she
I'm appalled that you would call her a rat.
I didn't mean it like that, poor lady.
Yeah, she's going to prison for 7 years. She ain't probably never been in trouble in her life. Her son and got her mixed up in all this stuff. You ain't got nothing showing that woman had any priors.
I got a probation report right here. I got it from the daughter.
Oh no, we not doing that, OG. No, we not doing that. You don't know if she got priors or nothing. That woman had never been in trouble. That man.
Excuse me, sir. She got 5 to 7 because of her prior convictions and her the stuff that she did on her probation report right here. She came in the medium range. It wasn't her first offense.
Oh, gee, I don't believe that because you been read the hell out there. I don't believe it. Your dark web is not giving specifics at all. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. And
I gave you specifics. That what they said, what her federal probation said. She's middle term. Complications and other social events occurred 7 years ago, and so recommended high term. They gave her middle term, 5 to 7 years.
Okay, OG, now let's get back to Sean Kingston. Will he be okay after he served this time? He'll be 38. He'll be 30. What? How old did I say he was? 35. He'll be 38, 39 years old, coming home from prison. Will he be able to rejuvenate his career? And will he be just fine after this? Or will he have to start over working at Walgreens?
He ain't got to worry about Walgreens. You better use Susan Hudson. She the one gonna be. Well, let me ask you this. Since you asked me a question, can I ask you a question with a question?
Go ahead.
Or will Sean Puffy Combs be all right after he did that 21 months?
Of course, he still had money left over. These people's
No,
crying.
he ain't got no money.
Are you out of your mind? Man got money hid everywhere. Mom and everybody got money. What are you talking about?
He don't even have baby oil anymore.
Listen to me,
They
man.
took all the
That has
baby
nothing
oil.
to do with Sean Kingston and his mother convicted from all
I
this
just asked
fraud
you a
and
question.
scheming. That don't have nothing to do with that.
I ask you, will Puffy be all right?
Of course, Puffy will be all right. Puffy thinks money, man.
You said Puffy speaks what?
He thinks money. He don't think nothing else. When it comes down to
That's
it,
baby oil.
he's gonna be just fine. But Sean Kingston, on the other hand,
He's
he's
gonna be just fine.
well, we don't know because his money wasn't, his pockets wasn't that deep. His pockets wasn't that deep.
What?
His pocket wasn't that deep, man.
He don't have to be. He come up as a hustler.
And he come up as a scammer.
He got it in him. He got it in him.
Well, here we go, OG, and I'm just gonna end this on this note here in just a second.
Just end it, please.
No, I want to end it because when you look at Sean Kingston,
you gotta do better. You gotta.
no, Sean Kingston has to do better. Sean Kingston basically had got caught with his hand in a cookie jar, and to be real with every situation, with every reaction, well, how you say that? For every action, there's a reaction. There's a repercussion for the things that you do. That's a counteraction for what happened with him early on, 7-8 years ago.
But you know about that too, right?
Well, I'm saying if this man did what he did,
so you got justice when what happened to you was justice.
well, you can say whatever you want to say, but this man did not walk free. OG, quit trying to make it about me. He don't walk free. He don't walk free, and I'm a big fan of You're Way Too Beautiful, Girl. Yeah, Sean Kingston was hard, man. He was hard, but the thing is, the money start running low in music, and we can talk about that for a second before I end it. How much of this money running low in streams and all that stuff is forcing these rappers to get into fraudulent activity? That's something you can answer for me.
I'm Rob Banks. I don't know about the music business.
If the music is dwindling down and the money's not there and they can't keep going with the lifestyle, is this what's driving them to fraud?
Who was in the fraud?
Sean Kingston's clearly in the fraud. They caught him.
Well, you can't make an assessment of all artists because one gets so everybody that gets hit get in a traffic accident, is they gonna go bad?
You never can tell, OG. You never can tell.
You can tell. You can tell because white America is going to keep you in a certain category. So once you adjust it, these rappers and entertainers that's living beyond their means, yeah, it's going to be a cutback for them. A man told me a long time ago in the sovereign state of Texas, right?
Mm-hmm.
His name was T. Cullen Davis. T. Cullen Davis was an oil billionaire. And he said, Casey, every man has the opportunity to be a millionaire one time. And he will lose it all. But if you come back, you'll never be broke again.
Wow.
So everybody got action at that one time, but it's the real winners that'll come back and turn what they say lemons into lemonade.
Okay, well, let me apologize first to Sean Kingston and his mother. Hopefully he'll be able to turn lemons into lemonade when he comes home. And guys, if you're a rapper and your streaming money is looking bad and you've been rapping and you had a lot of money at one point and then the money started to dwindle down because the streaming's not there, the talent's not able to keep you going, you're almost like Jimmy Walker from JJ from Good Times. Man, you need to stop what you're doing and go back to work or something. Don't get yourself caught up in no fraudulent activity or try to figure out a way to create a business that you love. But sometime you might nosedive in the midst of your success. We don't know. But at any rate, guys, if you're still watching, make sure you watch Dr. Umar, because Dr. Umar Johnson is still, he got a man. Listen, it's a white guy, a racist guy. They calling him racist. You got to see this. It's right here. Boss Talk 101 reviews.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.